So Eric Adams has dropped out of the election bid for mayor of New York City. And Eric Adams, in the wake of his dropout, which was just a long time coming because what the was all of that? You cannot make this stuff up. Hakeem Jeffries is one of the most boring human beings to ever exist. I mean, Hakeem gets up in front of the camera and just he talks like the fucking superintendent at a school. Like, it's just like, dude, what is this? He just stands there and he just it's like listening to I don't even know, what is Hakeem Jeffries? One of the most uncharismatic individuals to ever curse American politics. At least he can make up for his lack of charisma with some kind of political aggression, but it's literally just the most PC, fucking predictable, fucking Democrat safe politics you've ever seen. Hakeem Jeffries gives Eric Adams' ridiculous campaign a ridiculous eulogy, in which he says Eric Adams has served courageously and authentically for decades as a member of the NYPD, the New York State Senate, in Brooklyn Borough Hall, and as our 110th mayor. During his time in office, violent crime is down, the building of affordable housing units is up, and New York City has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic, as is the case in any major city, yada, yada, yada. Thank you for your service over the next few days. Like, what the fuck is going? Thank you for your By the way, this Eric Adams character, this guy was indicted. He was indicted. What did Trump say? I got indicted. Eric Adams got fucking indicted on bribery, wire fraud, and illegal campaign contributions. This nigga was getting funds from Xbox players in Kazakhstan. This is the kind of guy you're dealing with. Fraud, wire fraud. And the only reason why the charges got dismissed is because the Justice Department, the bullshit department under Donald Trump's leadership, had the case dismissed by a federal judge. Eric Adams didn't beat the case like he's John Gotti. No, Eric Adams was saved by the dickhead in chief, the diaper don in chief, Donald Trump. Eric Adams then, after beating the case, just waltzes around the country like he didn't just do that. Like he didn't just, one, commit crimes, political crimes, and then two, throw his lot in with Donald Trump. You thought you were going to get elected in New York City after doing that? And you have establishment Democrats literally loathe to endorse Zohran Mamdani. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with the Democratic Party? It truly begs the fucking question. This guy was receiving illegal campaign donations and gifts from Turkish businessmen. Shout out to the Turks. Good business, by the way. Eric Adams should have been the one to say no. The Turks were just doing good business. I can't even be mad at it. I can't even be mad. Eric Adams received more than $100,000 in benefits, such as luxury hotel stays and airline upgrades on Turkish Airlines. I'm not going to lie. The Turks seem like they have really good hospitality. Luxury hotel stays, first class airline upgrades. I don't know. Why haven't they reached out to me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a bald black dude too. Where the fuck is my money at? What the fuck? This is crazy. Eric Adams literally illegally obtained over $10 million in public matching funds, abusing campaign finance laws, masking illegal foreign donations. And after all of this self-enrichment and the collusion with an actual dictator, establishment Democrats still give this man a pat on the back. They're that terrified of a new era. Understand and realize, I was watching Nick Fuentes and Richard Spencer talk because I'm a student of the game. I love politics in general. I watch everyone from every end of the political spectrum. I watch Hassan sometimes. Not that Hassan is evil like those two, but you get the fucking point. And something Richard Spencer said stood out to me. And he spoke about the fact that Donald Trump, for all of his political incompetence and stupidity and delusion and psychopathy, represents a movement, something emotional, something that gives people a feeling of connection, of strength, of some kind of a movement, some kind of an ideal, some kind of a dream. What does the Democratic Party propose? Here you have Zohran Mamdani. He may not be as charismatic. Trump's not really charismatic. He's just cruel and loud. But here you have Zohran Mamdani. He's loved, he's liked, he's endearing, and he has a policy plan that actually benefits the people of New York in terms of healthcare, transportation, affordable housing, affordable food access. All of these things he's trying to bring about. The Democratic Party is unwilling to make that step and promise New Yorkers a better and safer and more prosperous New York at the expense of big corporations and billionaires. We saw in real time legacy Democrats throw in their lot with conservative elites in order to stop Zohran Mamdani. The conspiracy runs deep, folks. It runs deep. We watched the Cuomos turn red. We watched Eric Adams turn red to save his own ass from a bunch of political crimes he had no business committing. We've watched establishment Democrats damn near basically, without really saying it, basically say, we'd rather throw in our lot with elitist conservative criminals than ever take sides with Zohran Mamdani. This is the political party we're stuck with here. This is what we're stuck with here. Eric Adams dropped out because of himself. Because of himself. He dropped out because of himself. And in the wake of his political crimes, he chose to throw in his lot with Donald Trump. And his insults to Zohran Mamdani are along the lines of Zohran Mamdani, he represents a silver spoon and all of this crap. Voice crack like crazy, by the way. He represents privilege and a silver spoon. And it's like you're literally the puppet. You are literally the puppet of a silver spoon Nepo baby. What are you talking about? You are literally doing the bidding of Donald John Trump. The moment you do his bidding, you can't talk about silver spoons. And by the way, some of the greatest institutions and greatest programs ever created in American history were created by FDR, a guy who was born into a borderline aristocratic American family. The idea that someone who comes from good means can't do good by the people is nonsensical. It just so happens to be that Donald Trump is incapable of being that guy. He's not the guy that's born into wealth, but is also compassionate and kind-hearted and empathetic. No, Donald Trump's actually just a silver spoon sociopath. Many people are saying it. So, with that being said, I find it very, very funny that, people have the audacity, people in the Democratic Party, the Democratic establishment has the audacity to sit there and try to villainize or avoid endorsing Mamdani. I don't know if it's the Israel lobby, the AIPAC shit. I don't know if it's because these guys just don't want to be held economically accountable. I don't know what's going on with the Democratic Party establishment right now, but it needs to go. Right now, we find ourselves as a party in the same position that the Republican Party was in when Obama whooped their ass twice in a row. The old guard has got to go. They got to go. They can't compete. They just can't compete. They don't have the energy. They don't have the humor. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the energy. They don't have the platform. Zohran Mamdani might not be a meme lord. He might not be a charismatic speaker, but he has a platform that Americans in New York empathize with, love, and want to see turn into reality. The rest of the Democratic Party isn't even providing something like that in terms of an economic platform. Nothing. They provide nothing. At least Gavin Newsom is meeting the disrespect with exponential disrespect. What is the rest of the establishment on the left doing? Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. So, Eric Adams, good riddance. You need to go. Go do something else with your life. Go enjoy the money that you received off the backs of the New York taxpayer. You accumulate all of that illegal money and then go on a fucking ridiculous speech about people who are silver spooned. You used your job as a statesman to accumulate illegal wealth for yourself, and you have the audacity to speak about anybody else's wealth? Come the fuck on. He never cared about New York. He never cared about Americans. Eric Adams, you need to go. A puppet of Donald Trump from top to bottom.